Welcome back to the Broker Power Up podcast, the AIME podcast for strategies, stories, and insights to help you close more loans. Fuse edition. I'm Tommy Golightly, joined by Jonathon and Haddad. How are you?
We did it, dude.
We're here,
We're
day
here.
3.
I know, this is
Morning
episode
of
what?
day 3. Episode 36.
36. So this, y'all will see the chaos after this. Episode 36. We've been
They'll
going
see
strong.
us on Monday. They'll see us post-Fuse.
Perfect.
Yeah. So we got a lot going on today. We got the broker buzz. We don't have the broker buzz.
No.
We have the
Fuse buzz. Yes.
Where I put together some questions for you to share with those who unfortunately weren't able to make it to this year's Fuse, and those that are and just want a little behind the scenes, what this year's Fuse has been all about. But first, I've been in the booth this whole time, and we opened up a ton of fortune cookies. And there was one that someone kind of just pushed aside and was like, this is a little too deep. And I was like, this sounds perfect for the Broker Power podcast.
Yeah.
And this is what John and I are going to talk about. So I have it in my pocket, maybe. I'm not going to spend time fishing it out. Cherish the love that surrounds you. It's a testament to your heart's capacity to remember. So I brought this up to John last night, and I was focused on the word capacity. That was my keyword out of this. Cherish the love that surrounds you. It's a testament to your heart's capacity to remember. And I think just in what I do here at AIME, I'm constantly watching the capacity of my team, making sure we are putting out as much as possible, but not over capacity where the quality suffers. And because if you're just putting out a bunch of stuff, people will see stuff that's not so great, and maybe they won't watch the next thing. So capacity matters, but also quality. But then, John, what was your word out of that?
Cherish. Cherish was the word for me. And you actually saw me go through my process yesterday whenever something's like that.
Yeah.
I'll just keep repeating it out loud and just saying it over and over again until, something kind of hits me.
Yeah.
And so the word cherish for me was impactful because it's, cherish is subjective from person to person. So like cherishing love, okay, what does that mean, right? What does that mean? It's your definition of love. It's your definition of what you're cherishing. And so that's why it's so important to understand definitions of words, but also be able to articulate yourself into what that word cherish. So for me, when I hear the word cherish love, cherish the friendships, cherish whatever it is that you want to.
It's a deep word.
It is such a deep word because you're committing yourself. You're saying, this is who I am. This is what I cherish. This is everything about me embodies what this next thing is. And so whenever you come to cherishing love, right? Whenever you come to your heart, pulling on those strings, a lot of it has to do with your ability to deal with situations that come your way, even when people are being negative to you, when you feel like people are wronging you. You got to really appreciate the love in that heart. It'll open up for everybody else. It'll give you opportunities to open it up. Because if you fill it in with any hatred or any other situations, then your capacity starts to go down. And so it's so important that you cherish it and you live and embody it every single day.
There's a story I cherish, and hopefully it gets back to you in another way, because I've told a lot of people this story this weekend. We had a leadership meeting a couple weeks ago. And it was the two of us and a couple other people at AIME. And I was being a little short, a little snippy. And I didn't realize that I was. But I had been dealing with some family issues the night before. And I just wasn't really there myself.
This, yeah.
But I didn't realize. It was early. It was an early meeting. And I didn't realize I was in this frame of mind. The meeting's not over. It's right after I went in the meeting. My phone starts blowing up. I get 4 texts, and I'm like, oh shoot, John? Wait, but we're in a meeting together. Why are you texting me? So I look at him real quick because it's not my turn to talk.
Yeah.
And I don't like being rude and looking at my phone, but since it's you and we're in the meeting, I can just
Something's
be like,
up, yeah.
Yeah. And so I look at it, and it's you just checking on me to make sure I'm okay.
Yeah.
Because you sensed something was off. And you know what we did after that meeting? We hung back.
I know.
And the two of us talked for about 10 minutes. And we didn't really talk. You just listened. And after that, I can't tell you how many times I've thought about that and how much it meant to me that how much I cherish, how much you remember, the capacity to remember of just who I am and how I carry myself and how I speak. And the way I was carrying myself and speaking, you knew something was up.
I did, man. Don't make me emotional right now. It's so early.
I know.
Damn it,
no,
dude. You
sorry.
guys keep making me cry.
But that, so I've told that story a couple times to
I
a couple
appreciate
people
you, man.
this weekend. And so that's where my brain went last night when I was putting the script together.
Yeah, I love that, man. Thank you for sharing that story. And it is. It's I don't know. I wanted that a lot. You know, I wanted that growing up. I wanted, gosh, you don't know I'm off, you can't tell. And it used to frustrate me. But then I also learned that it's on me to tell people that, hey, I'm frustrated.
Yeah.
Because most people don't pick up on those cues. It's not their thing. But I don't know. I've always been in tune with that growing up. And I just feel like I wanted people to, hey, I'm off. Say something. Are you all right? And just,
I hadn't
you were
processed
dialed
it.
in.
Yeah.
You were dialed in, and it had nothing to do with that. It was just, I knew it was something. I just didn't know what it was.
Yeah.
I said, all right, is he, what happened? It wasn't you. I know you. And especially because it was an early call.
Yeah.
And that early in the morning, I'm like, okay, it's so early. He just got up a couple hours ago. He's getting the day going. What has happened between him getting up and later? And it is just an inclination. But, if it would have been in the evening, I'd have done the same thing, but it would have been different because I'm like, okay, the day probably got the best of him.
Yeah.
But not at 9, 10 in the morning, whatever it was.
No.
I think it was 10 actually,
Yeah,
right
it was
after.
10,
Yeah. 10 in the morning. I'm like, there's just no way. I know this guy. There's no way. He's never been like this. So I appreciate you sharing that, man. It means a lot.
Thank you. Well, let's dive into
Here we
the
go.
Fuse Buzz. First question for the Fuse Buzz, because we are live and not live, but we're recording live and in person for the first time. This is the first Broker
Yes.
Power Up in person. Let it not be the last.
I know.
So, question number 1. You've been on stage. You've led a mortgage morning session for the first time in person.
Mm-hmm.
You've spoken at the VIP brunch. You walk the floor and have been engaging with members nonstop. I've seen it. I could keep going, but we have a podcast.
Yeah.
So, what's the overall buzz you're hearing from brokers at Fuse this year?
They love the focus on sales.
Yep.
I
I've
am
heard that too.
so happy because that's been our mission from the start, is help brokers close more loans. That's our slogan. Everyone said, okay, all right,
okay.
all right, here we go.
But it's simple, right?
It is simple, but they didn't believe it. And here's why, Tommy, it's so important. I am done. We've talked about this with this whole Matilda's dad. For those that don't know, there's a movie called Matilda. And in the movie, Matilda, she possesses this unique ability to move objects with her mind that she uncovers as a young child. But her parents at the time, they're just miserable people. They're awful. The father is led by Danny DeVito. He plays the role incredibly well in that role. And he's this used car salesman. And he is the complete epitome of what people perceive to be used car salesmen, right? It's that tacky slogan on used cars.
Yeah,
I'll just patch this up.
yeah.
I'm just going to do this. Oh, here we go. I'm going to sell you this. He just repaired it the day before. Oh, I bought this car for $100. I sold it for $3,000. It's going to stop working in 2 weeks. And so I always say that negative used car salesman mentality, I'm done with it. You know why? Because I've met, how many people in your life have bought a used car? Tons of people. Yeah. Tons.
Most of my friends.
I've bought used cars.
I used to work at an auto parts store. I know you buy used cars.
You buy used cars.
If you want to be
people do.
financially smart or save, you can. It's so much cheaper. The amount you lose driving it off a new one off the lot.
And so let's be rational about it. You think every used car someone's ever sold a car is an absolute piece of just garbage?
No.
The answer is no. So I am done with that connotation towards sales. This is how we put food on our tables.
Yeah.
This is how you pay your bills. This is how you can go to other events. This is how you can invest in yourself, your family, your future, whatever the case might be. So we're done. We're done with the charades. We're done with the fun. We're done with this and that. We're getting back to the basics. We're going to help you close more loans. And that's been the entire buzz with every person I've had conversations with. You got to see the posts on Facebook. You got to see the posts online. People are pumped about this.
It's resonated in the booth. People have brought it up.
Yes.
Absolutely. All right. You ready for question number 2?
Yes, sir.
Every year, Fuse seems to get bigger and better. What do you think made this year's event stand out?
I say this because it's the messaging that our team gives us. It gives me, I should say. So this is based off of what you guys tell me. I think it's the autonomy that we gave each other. I think it's the fact that I let a lot of things go personally, especially when it comes to marketing. You and I have had that conversation. Watching you run has been amazing.
Yeah.
Watching the rest of the team run has been amazing. I think the way we collaborate throughout the event, we're all in communication all the time. Also, when we get frustrated because it's hard, we have real conversations with each other.
Yeah.
We share the emotion. Dude, I just need a second, man. Like, I'm pissed. I'm annoyed. Here's what went wrong. You good? Yeah, I'm good. All right, dude, I got you. All right, I got you too. And then we just zone off and go off to the next thing. And so I think, to me, that's been the biggest thing, is the team collaboration. Because people don't realize, there's less than 15 of us that put this entire event on. Less than 15, y'all. I want you to think about that for a second. So I really believe the autonomy we've given our team to run and flourish has absolutely been the best thing. Because, as much as I think all my ideas are amazing, they're not. And so you need professionals and people around you that you've done this for so long. This is part of your life. This is part of who you are. And it's like if you tried to write alone, and you thought you were way better than me at writing alone. I what are you doing? Let me help you. Hey, let me guide you.
1 minus backyard.
Yeah. So the house is worth $50,000.
Plus ADU. I know what that means.
Yeah,
now.
exactly. But you get my point with it. So it's like, you'd come to me if you're gotten the mortgages and you became a loan officer, leverage me.
Yeah.
I'd want you to. And if you didn't, I'd be pissed about it. So
You'd be the first person I'd go to.
But think about it. Like, I would understand in your shoes if I don't give you that flexibility or autonomy. It's like, dude, this is what I know how to do. This is all I do all day long. So I really believe that's the biggest part.
Yeah. For me, to quote Samwise the Brave, we've been here before. We're going in circles. I just wanted to throw the second part in. I don't think we're going in circles. We're going up. But we've been here before, right? And I think in past years, it's been a lot of new staff every year. It's their first fuse. No one knew what to expect. Everything's been different. This year, the AIME staff, there are some new faces, but most of us have done this before as a team. And I think that has a lot of value and a lot of weight, because we can be like, remember that time? Remember, not in a negative way or anything, but in a way to be able to communicate as a team and to be able to bounce off each other. And like we were talking about last night about delegation and what it requires and trust. This team trusts each other. We delegate, just even if it's, hey, can you go run up to the room and grab this? Can you help me with this? It's yes. How? Why? Not those questions aren't asked. It's just, yeah, got it. It's just the communication is there amongst the team. Everyone's running around, constantly busy, and everyone has a smile on their face. Both AIME team members and AIME members themselves. That's all I'm seeing is smiles.
So, it's funny you just said, it just made me think. So I was about to go on stage earlier this morning at 7:30, and I told Emily, one of our newest members, I told her earlier, I said, here's the exact text I want sent out. So she's backstage, and I just looked at her. I said, hey, did the text go out? She said, yep. And she went to grab her phone to show me, and I said, hey, I trust you. We're good. And I just walked out the room. But I saw her face. She kind of looked at me. She was like, oh, okay, cool. Because it's, all right, you tell me it's done. I trust you it's done, right?
Yeah.
And it was done, and I didn't have to look. I ended up, because I, running back and forth, I grabbed my phone like 20 minutes later, and it was one of my text messages too. So I saw it. I said, just like she said, it was sent out. But me not having to double check with her and let me see it on your phone. I did want to ask just to make sure, because I wanted it done, but I did not need more than her saying yes. Don't worry. That's it. We're good. That took you less than half a second. Don't grab your phone. We're going to lose time. Can't have you lose time right now.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's one of those things where that trust in your delegation, and like the story I told earlier, I think a lot of people on the AIME team have the mentality now where when you ask them to jump, they say how high.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And it's not out of fear. It's not out of needing to prove themselves. It's out of wanting the best for our community, because that's what you're looking to do. And you require us to do things and trust us to do those things. And that's what we have to do. We got to jump.
Yes. Well, listen, I'll be the janitor. I don't care. I don't care. I'll be the person that moves chairs.
And we all trust you to do that.
And that's why in return, it's like you trust me back, because you're watching me do that. I'm watching y'all do it too. Yeah. And so it makes me more inclined to do it, because it's like, oh, they're doing it too. Like, I got to do it. Yeah. I'm not like, It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. My title doesn't matter. Your title doesn't matter. Our rules. Hey, this is a team. Here's our goal as a team, right? Like if you play in the NFL, the NBA, the WNBA, I don't care. Your goal is to win as a unit.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if Tommy has 45 points. Doesn't matter if John has 100 points. It doesn't matter. Did we win?
Yeah.
Yes or no? That's it. Well, I did my job. No, you didn't. We lost. You did not do your job. We lost. Our team lost.
You look at all the stats, right? Like to go with the basketball reference, you had the scorer, right? He put down 10 threes. That's 30 points. So we got, he did great. Sure. But what about the guy that had 50 passes?
Exactly.
That laid up those threes? It takes a team.
It does, man.
And we all play different roles, but this is the end result. And I just texted my wife. She asked me how I was doing, how my energy was. I just responded with one word: thriving.
I love that.
I have had nothing but smiles on my faces in here, and it's just contagious because everyone is so excited that comes into the booth, and it's been a blast getting to know so many more members and people coming up to me that have met me through the podcast, and it just warms my heart to know that people are listening and it's working.
Thank God, man.
So final question today, because we do have a lot going on. There's such a strong sense of energy, connection, and community here. How does that reflect where the independent mortgage community is headed right now as a whole? We've seen a lot of new faces this year. There have been a lot of new faces that have come into the booth that are brand new to AIME, but they're wide-eyed, and the one thing I keep hearing is, how do I get more involved? So you can answer that question too if you want.
All right, so this one, some of our OGs, you're not going to like this, and I'm okay with that. These young bucks coming up right now, because I think about 30% of our tickets or so are first timers to Fuse. I think is what our
Which
last.
is an incredible.
It's
stat.
insane. I mean, it is insane the fact that they're first timers. Y'all, these young bucks, these new people that are coming into AIME, they don't care. They want to be uncomfortable. I don't know if it's the coaching they had prior or just being newly licensed, where you're just really green. And that's one of the things I want to say to the OGs. I understand, not wanting to be green. Like it's. When you first start, you're green, and I get it. Like, I totally get it. I did it too. I think we all do it when you start. Yeah. But I will say one thing about being green: you really are not afraid to try anything. And if you remember when you first started, if you go back and put yourself in those shoes again, you remember the feeling of like making that first call. Yes, you were nervous, but you did it anyway. Yeah. And so watching them rip these Band-Aids off, I really think that's the next wave of loan officer, loan originator. They want to try new things. They want to do new stuff. And Fuse, that's what we've brought to the table for them. Hey, we know what these new things are. We've studied them. We've learned them. We've talked to the community. This is what we live and breathe because all our focus is on sales for you. So it's made it easier for us to put together a program that's dialed in for them every single step of the way. So from an energy perspective, my goodness, I think people see the light at the end of the tunnel. I think they're excited for the rest of this year, and especially coming into 2026. Refinance market, we believe, will come back swinging, plus the purchase market's increasing. They just said that they had, I think it was $2.2 trillion, and then they just upped it to $2.5 trillion recently for the market share coming into next year. So even that number is growing, and we believe our community, our people specifically, see it, love it, and are ready for it.
Yeah, and I had two guys come into the booth that really represented that yesterday. One came up to me and he was like, "What are you doing here? Like, what is this? What is it?" And I explained what we were doing. And he was like, "Well, I'm really looking for ways to step outside of my comfort zone, and I think this would be it."
Thank God, man.
And I was like, "Get in the booth right now." And we talked. That was like, that's going to be my question to you: is why do you want to step out of your comfort zone? And he was like, "So that I can learn to do new things, and so that I can continue to grow."
Thank God.
And then this morning, I had somebody come in talking about the opportunity of growth, and he even said, and I've heard this so many times, but being new, I'm so glad that he's heard it, is he said that, and now I don't know if this is true, but there are a lot of people leaving the industry.
Yes.
And like the older generation are leaving.
Yeah, they're starting to retire next. Yes. That is true.
And so they're just, if it's a down market, they just don't want to be involved. They're like, all right, I'm going to be done here. And he saw that as an opportunity, as someone who's hungry, as to have more opportunity next year. because if there's less LOs, there's more of a market that he can go get.
That's a real stat, and you're seeing a lot of brand new licenses come in to the industry right now too.
Yeah, and so I really like that hungry mentality, and they both asked how they can get more involved with AIME. You'll probably see them on a Broker to Broker podcast soon, and I don't know, it's the energy and the vibe is very contagious this weekend.
It really is, man.
And just the text that I've been sending my wife, she's just like, "Who are you? What are you doing? Are you at Feud?
How
are
many
you
of these
just
have you
partying
filmed?
the whole weekend?"
Can you tell the people real quick?
We're at about 45.
You're gonna do it.
There's a lot of and I have a bunch of people that are swinging by later today. They've been speaking, or a lot of them were like, "Oh, I'm going to be dressed up nicer tomorrow. Can we do it tomorrow?" And I'm like, "That makes total sense. Absolutely.
No problem.
But show up." So we'll see. But I'm can't tell you how thankful I am enough for this opportunity to be able to do this and spend my fuse here. This has been my favorite fuse. I've been involved in 3. This is my second one in person. Had a blast last year, but it was a lot more late night working, but out of wanting to help, out of changing the agenda and making everything, getting the word out because of the hurricane, just nothing we could have controlled.
No.
But I was happy to do it. And I get to spend so much more time this year face to face with our community and getting to know them and getting to hear what they want, so that when I get back and I get back to my full team, we can create content around what they're asking for.
There you go, Tommy. That's it right there, man. When you put people in positions to do things that they love to do, you'd be surprised how many incredible things come out. Like, I know you love this.
Yeah.
And you're good at it. Like, you're good at it. This guy's setting up, for those that don't know, OBS. He knows how to do all of that. He did it all himself. Just got everything ready to go.
I didn't trust the internet.
No.
I was just like, we're doing this local. I'm not losing pixels. I'm not losing frames. I don't trust the internet. So, especially here with this content, it's too important.
No, it is.
So is it going to be a lot more work in the back end? Yes. Is it worth it? Yes. It's fine. I'm excited to do it. And I have had so many people ask me for their videos. So I'm going to be getting people their videos when we crank them out, and they're going to be pushing them and they're going to be showing. And so you're not just going to be seeing views from AIME. It really is the community that is pushing this event on socials. And that's how it should be at a member-driven event.
Yes, sir. SC6, that's how it works.
Yeah, absolutely. So, one final question. With this coming out on Monday and everyone back in their typical environment, what message do you want brokers to take home with them about AIME, the community, and what's coming next?
So, look, y'all are going to go home and you're going to be excited and you're going to think about it. Some of you are going to be hungover, probably take Sunday for a rest day, Monday for a rest day, whatever the case might be. Here's what I'm going to tell you. It's really, really simple, okay? If you don't take action, if you don't put together the steps that you need in order to be successful the rest of this year, coming into next year, you have wasted your time by coming to our event. And I genuinely mean that. Because if you don't start implementing from here, I'm not sure when you will start implementing. Number 2, if you say, okay, everything's great, but I'm gonna wait for 2026 to really get this rolling, you've also missed the point.
Yeah.
This is about action. This is about ripping off Band-Aids. This is about being uncomfortable. This is about pushing yourself forward to help you close more loans. And I know for a fact you learned at least one thing while you were here.
I've learned dozens of things. I dare anyone to say they didn't learn
exactly, anything. Right? Exactly. And that's exactly what it's going to take for you to come into next year and finish off this year strong, is that attitude of ripping off Band-Aids. So that would be exactly what I tell people, because AIME is about helping you close more loans. AIME's going to help you stay more focused. As much as some of our people love to go out and party and do all that, I'm grateful for it. I want y'all to have fun, but please understand that our focus is to make sure that you can provide and put food on your table and help you do all the wonderful things you want to do in this life. Because I got into the industry at 21 and it has changed my life. I'm a college dropout. I'm 34 years old, and I have been put in a position that I am so blessed to be in my life. And that all came from me doing mortgages. I didn't always take it seriously. I wasn't always dialed in. Yes, I used to love to party. Yes, I used to love to do all of that. I'm not sitting here telling you holier than thou. I am not. I am a sinner just like all of you. But I will say this. The second I took this seriously, oh my God, my life changed. And I hope this event is what makes that click for so many of our members.
I couldn't have said anything better.
You're the man.
Absolutely. Couldn't agree more. Well,
I want to tell a story and then we'll get out of here.
Please
All right.
do.
One quick story.
Please
So yesterday
I don't get to hide
no.
because these make me emotional.
Yeah, no.
So
So
I can't
this
hide
won't be
this
emotional.
one.
Don't worry.
Okay.
It's funny, kind of emotional. So I had a bit of a kerfuffle last night. All right. So last night I get to my room and I was just dead. I was exhausted. I had a really early session, so I was like, I got to call it early tonight.
Yeah.
So I go to my room. It's probably about 8:30, whatever time it is. I'm like, all right, let me get rest. Let me go to bed early. Yada yada. Get into my room. So, all right, guys. So when you book a lot of rooms here, yes, I get a nice room. All right, it is what it is. But we turned half of my room into a podcast. So it's 2 conjoining rooms.
Yeah.
One of the rooms is a podcast setup. The other room is where I sleep.
Yeah.
And so there's a door in the middle, just like you would see at any hotel. And one side's locked, the other side's locked. You know how it all works.
Yeah.
So as I get into my room, 8:30, whatever it is, I start hearing this whistle, like this just so annoying whistle that is like, the dog whistle you blow and you see the dogs freak out. That's what was happening in my ear. What is that? I'm like, is it my AC? What is going on? So I'm listening, trying to figure out where it is, and it's not from my room. I turn off all my fans and everything, but it is brutal how bad this noise is. So I'm getting annoyed. I'm tired. I'm like, oh my God, I need sleep. What's happening?
Yeah.
So I go to the front desk. So I get up, and in the other room is my wallet and my shoes. So I open the door, go to the other room. But as I go to the other room, I had shut the door behind me. And when I shut the door behind me, I didn't know it automatically locked. So that side door that combines both my rooms, I shut and it locked. Now I'm freaking out. So I said, okay, maybe my key will work to the other side again. So I go out the room I'm in, and I go back to my official room and I put the key. Key's not working, key's not working, key's not working. And then I also remembered that I put the latch on as well. So then I said, you know what? I'm just going to break the latch and pay for it. It is what it is. I'll just pay for it. I'm just so tired. I can't do this right now. So my key's not working. I go to the front desk. I say, can you just please replace my key? They replace my key. I go back upstairs. I scan it again. Doesn't work again. I scan it 3 times. Go back down. The lady's like, are you scanning the right room? I said, ma'am, right now is not the time. All right. Yes, I'm scanning the right room.
Yes.
No, I'm not drinking. I've not gone out. I've not had alcohol. I had 1 beer. I said, at dinner, whatever it was. Yeah. But no, I'm not. I'm fine. So we have a laugh about it. She makes me another key. So, okay, try it this time. Okay, no problem. I go back upstairs, do it again. Doesn't work. Now I'm getting pissed off. So she said, if it doesn't work this time, go to the elevator. There's a phone there. Pick up the phone. It'll ring to maintenance. Now, I mind you all, this is a big place, all right?
Yes,
so I was walking back and forth, exhausted, getting pretty irritated. So I call, get on the phone. The first guy comes. I tell him what's going on. And then I explain the situation to him. He goes, oh, no, we need to call security and the engineer. And then there's only one guy that can come to open your door when this happens to the door, and the door lock happens. So I'm sitting there. 2 hours it takes. And the first hour, I am livid. I'm not going to sit here and tell you I wasn't. I was frustrated. I'm tired. I'm livid. I thought I was going to be in bed early. Then the hour passes, and I'm sitting there, and these people are trying to make small talk with me, because they see I'm frustrated. Then I sat there and I said, what am I doing? This is your fault.
Yeah, sure.
It's my fault.
Yeah.
It's
For
my
your actions.
fault. Then I stopped and I said, okay, you got to fix your attitude. So I stand up and then I just start talking to them about life.
That's awesome.
Both of the guys just moved to Tennessee recently. One of the guys only been here a year. He came from New York because his wife got a great job here and he's just learning how to get accustomed to it. The other guy, his wife, similar situation right after COVID, doesn't love it as much. He wants to go back home a little bit.
Yeah.
But we just start talking about life for that remaining hour. And then finally the engineer comes in. The engineer opens my door. They're apologizing to me. And I said, no, this is my fault. Thank y'all so much. And they were just smiling the whole time after that. Thank you for being so cool. But the whole entire attitude shifted. They were there because I'm a guest at the hotel. So they want to fix my problem. But the reality is I caused my problem. And once it clicked in my head that it's my fault after I was being tired, after I got over all the BS that I was telling myself, why would they do this? I can't believe the hotel. I can't believe that. No, we stopped. And so for those of you out there in those situations like that, it's your fault. Accept it. Make the positive out of the situation. Talk to the people around you. They're just trying to help you out. They're just trying to make it better for you. Even though it was my fault, they came to my service to help me. So thank them, appreciate them. Yes, it took 2 hours. Yes, I was frustrated. However, had nothing to do with them. So treat them right, treat them well, and you'd be surprised how incredible things turn out for you. So that's my story for today.
I think that applies to so many
It
things.
does.
And that's such a great story.
That was just last night.
I know. I can't believe it. I wish you should have just pinged me.
No, you're good. All right, guys. Appreciate
Cool.
you.
Well, thank you for tuning into this episode of the Broker Power Up podcast. If you found today's tips helpful, please do us a favor. Hit the like button to let us know you enjoyed it, which helps even more people see this content. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Ring the bell to get notified every time we drop new content. Share this video with a fellow broker who could use a power up. Remember to lead by example, lift each other up, grow together, and most importantly, close more loans. Until next time, keep powering up.
Take care.